life not be in vain so much. And a lot of people, and I didn't have the support. My other family members, they don't know that that's working. They didn't even know what was going on as far as my life and being an artist and all that. They didn't care either. But that even years after that, she still continues to be a major inspiration. And a driving factor for me. Yeah, you got to take the ugly and make it. Yeah. That's called alchemy. That's when you're transforming.
That's one of my most favorite books, The Alchemist.
Oh yeah, that's a great book.
He doesn't really get into like.
And I'm not gonna lie to you, I've only read half of that book, and I forgot about the book.
You have to finish it, because actually what made me get off my butt was I had picked The Alchemist up again, and it was a printed version that had an interview with Paulo Coelho at the end, and he talked about every time that and I've seen interviews and listened to interviews with him too, that listen, whenever you take a leap of faith, the universe, if you step out in faith, the universe will be good to you, if that makes sense. You'll kind of be guided along on your journey. And he said that whenever he sees a white feather, he knows he has to write a story. And I just started seeing white feathers everywhere, and that's when you I put white feathers in my story. I put it for him too.
And that's what you were telling me earlier.
And even the guys with the white feathers, and so all these little.
Yeah, my mother collected owls, and there were times when I would be going through stuff and by myself or whatever, and then I'd be walking home or something, and then I can hear them, and I'd look and I'd spot them, and I'd be I'd notice you guys didn't hear that, but to me it was the owl was really always it was a symbol for me for whatever reason.
I thought I had an owl on my roof, and it was a pigeon. It was and I was oh, that's an owl. No, that wasn't an owl. I thought I was lucky,
I think they're beautiful.
Oh, they are beautiful.
The owls are just, I don't know, they're majestic.
A lot of people think they're bad luck. I've never looked at them.
No, I don't either.
And you know what? Every house, if you notice, there's a lot of houses with owls on top. And I thought that was because of,
scare away the pigeons.
Yeah, scare away pigeons, scare away. But it's actually a lot of people putting them for spiritual reasons.
A gargoyle.
Yeah.
Same purpose as a gargoyle.
It's like a symbol.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so when my mother passed away, my dad's grandparents, and they moved in with us to kind of take care of us, and they were from Mexico. They took all that owl stuff and stuck it in a closet. They were superstitious.
Oh, really?
And that owl was just all her owl stuff just ended up in a closet because it was just that. I think they were equating that with what had happened. The tragedy was also, but I never took it that. I should paint an owl.
Do you use owls in your paintings?
I haven't, but I should.
I think you should.
Awesome.
Yeah, I should probably. I'm always intrigued by them. I don't see why I wouldn't.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, the owl for me is. But I don't look at it again. And again, when I was going through stuff, I would hear one, and it would kind of make me everything's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
In a way, so
that's cool.
I love that.
That's really cool. And so, let's see. Is there anything else you would like to tell us?
I'm just really grateful that you guys had me on, and I had a lot of fun.
No, thank you. This is probably one of the most intelligent podcasts.
I actually really enjoyed this podcast. I really do.
I had a wonderful time with you both.
No, it was enlightening. We talked about creativity, which I loved, and I feel like more people need to talk about creativity because we're all creative beings, and whatever we're doing, and we need to be creative. What's going on?
It's cold. 50 degrees out here.
50 degrees right now. We're freezing.
And we're freezing, and I feel so bad because Tanya's over here
she's
shivering. I'm just tough. You need another jacket.
I'm really grateful that the podcast got brought to me,
Yeah.
I didn't have to drive. That blew me away too. I'm oh, okay. And then I get to beautiful artwork, and
I believe that things happen the way they're supposed to happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
It goes back to that ego thing. We had plans, and I feel like with the podcast especially, I've seen that a lot, this pattern, because there's a lot of aspects, right? A lot of personalities are coming together, a lot of equipment. Yeah. And it just, for some reason, it just always ends up being an awesome thing, and we do it very loosely, but it always comes together the way it's supposed to come together. And I feel like if we try to control it, it wouldn't be as interesting.
Right.
Unless we were like, had an office and we were like, dates and all, maybe that would be a different thing. But the way it's happening, I feel like just the universe happens the way it's supposed to happen, and things come together the way they're supposed to happen. And
it was funny because we were super busy before this. Yeah. We took like a hiatus, almost like it was right. I mean,
we had a lot of momentum too.
Yeah, you guys lost your steam.
No, we didn't lose the steam. We had to make money some way.
Yeah. And we do this for
our
free.
Sponsors are not coming through like they're supposed to,
and that's fine. But everything pays off in the end. I was going to say that to you again.
Speaking of sponsors,
everything pays off. I've learned that everything
except
pays,
the sponsors.
But pays off in a certain way. Like it might not be today, but down the road, things always pay out. Everything you put into something ends up coming back to you one way or another. Not the way you might expect, but I think I truly believe that everything.
I agree. Even how
because it's like karma. You do bad things, bad shit comes back.
Oh, for sure.
It's like anything. You put energy out, there's a cause and effect.
Yep,
and you might not see the money or the money, and you don't see the reward, but there is a reward, and those things do pay off. You will see the reward come back later somehow. Everything counts for something, and that's even this podcast, man. It's growing. It's going to do something.
Oh yeah. What that is, we'll figure it out. Again.
Exactly.
So speaking of sponsors, I want to shout out to Envision It, NVYSIONIT, and that's the branding, design, and signage company that hooked us up with some.
If you need a notary, I got the guy, Lex Guevara.
Actually, you know what? Speaking of notaries, we should give a shout out to Golden Gate Mobile Notary, and I keep messing up this word, but apostille. It's an apostille? No, apostille. Never mind. APOSTILE.
Was he the 13th apostle?
No, what that is if you go to another country or something like that, you cannot use a notary. They'll look at it and be like, what is this? So what you have to do is you have to go get it certified from California. So this company will get it certified for you.
Yeah, well, I got that information now.
Yeah, Golden Gate Mobile Notary. And
don't forget to support your local artist, FranciscoFrancoStudios.com, to get all the dopest art needs.
And don't forget to buy the book, Luna and Oxlac.
The Adventures of, on Amazon?
It's on Amazon.
Yeah.
By Tanya Araiza Ramirez.
You can get it in hardback or on Kindle.
Do you have, by any chance, do you have an Instagram or anything you want to
handle? Anything you want to put out there?
I have them, but they're private. And that's my next step is being more
get
open.
Your social media game going.
Make one for.
If it wasn't for social media, I would not be an artist. Honestly, I feel like everything. I was born at the time that I was like. If it wasn't for social media, I would not be an artist. Like that would not have been It all grew. Even like the technology, as far as like being able to pay things on Square and like the technology has grown. With my career, it's so interesting.
No, I mean, and even you saying that, it's I need to stop being such a private person, and I mean, I'm not gonna get out.
Well, have your private
an open book.
You can have your private.
You need
account.
to be an open book.
Hold on. You should have a private account, but also have an account
like a fan page.
Like a fan.
You can do that with Facebook
specifically for that. Make the other one private.
Give me a few days, and I'll put it under. Right now, I mean, people do send me requests on Instagram.
Us.
It's Tanya Araiza Ramirez.
Okay, all right.
Araiza, but I say Araiza because whenever I say Araiza, I always get the
The what?
I've never heard of that. I had to look twice. I was like, I've seen that. But
thank you again.
Thank you so much
for coming,
for being here.
You were
awesome.
I enjoyed.
We need to get more feminine energy in here. They're a lot smarter than us.
That's 100% true.
Guys like us, they keep us in line, right? And so thank you for coming, man. It was awesome, man. I love that you shared this with us, man. I love that we were able to.
Thank you.
At least
I had fun with you guys. You guys are great.
We need to take a picture with you, if you don't mind. We'll post it on Instagram. On Facebook.
Okay.
You can follow us at LeX Be Frank, and we're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter,
Apple.
Oh yeah, and find our show, our podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts.
We're out there.
We're everywhere. And you guys got to check out this book by Tanya.
And I have to read it. I
Ramirez.
definitely will read it. And
I just bought my book, and I'm gonna read it before my daughter does.
You should read it.
No reason why I should. I know that, but I want to read it first, and then I'm going to give it to her because, I want to get enlightened too. So, and then I'm.
$1 million question.
Go for it.
What do you identify with?
Oh, that's a great question.
Racially, politically, whatever. What do you identify with yourself as a What are you? Are you an American? Are you a Latina? Are you a female? What are you? Latinx?
Just really quick, if I could just say, I think if we could let go of...
in a perfect world.
In a perfect world, I try not to identify myself so much. I consider myself a Mexican American. I was born here, but I love my culture. But do I sit there and hardcore, identify with any kind of political group, or am I hardcore this, am I hardcore that? I try to let go of myself, of any kind of self-identity, and more connect to myself, if that makes sense.
No, that makes total sense.
Because I feel like when you let go of labels, that's when people kind of open up, let go, and start looking at each other as human beings.
Exactly.
But yeah, I love my culture, but I love all cultures. I love all religions. I just love people. I kind of just look at myself as a person, even more so than as a woman or a Mexican American, or I'm a spirit going through, like, Dr. Wayne Dyer would say, you're having a human experience, but your spirit, and you're just having a human experience, and that's what I see myself as.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm more of a universe person too. Like I believe in total
I know that
universe.
we all are. That's a fact. That's without a doubt. But we're also filtered souls. Right. So that sounds like a coffee or something. Filtered soul.
Yeah.
Anyways, but like
we're
a
90s
filtered
grunge band.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, filtered soul.
Yeah, for sure.
Filtered soul. That's mine.
That should be the name of the podcast.
The band, Filtered Soul.
Filtered Soul.
Because you become a product of what. But
start a band.
Yeah, I understand a band together.
If I was
play
born
the
in Africa
triangle.
or wherever, you're going to be a human plus wherever you're filtered through, right? So yeah, but we like to ask because it's
great question.
Yeah, I mean, just to hear. Just for people, there's no right or wrong answer, but it's interesting to know. I heard something interesting the other day too. Kay's brought that up. He goes, because he had heard of the podcast, and he goes, he was talking about he was in jail for a while, and I don't know if I should throw that out. But anyways, he said that he met some like dudes that were in there, and he was like,
dude,
you're not a Chicano, you're Mexican.
Yeah,
you're just Mexican. Like, that's who you are. That's what you are. Like, you're not all these other things. You're a Mexican. But that's an angle that I haven't heard. We've talked about a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But we haven't heard, like, no, you're not a Chicano. You're not this. You're not Mexican American. You're not American. You're Mexican.
Yeah.
Just based off your race or whatever like that. So I never heard that angle, which I thought. And there's some people
I've said this many times. I grew up as Mexican.
Yeah. But some people don't believe in the other. But they're just
And the
labels.
reason why we asked you that question is because there's so many labels out there now. You have your, and this is what we bring up all the time. You have your Mexican American, you have your Chicano, now you have your Latinx and Chicano X.
Have you ever, what I found interesting about the Latinx thing is, like, why are they throwing an X in the Spanish? Like,
no,
Latinx?
They don't want.
That just don't make sense.
No, I know. They don't want to.
I get it.
Give it a gender.
I get it. But my thing is,
right?
But why are you messing with the language? Latinx, how's that Spanish?
It's not.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just not even a Mexican word. It's not even a Spanish word.
Right.
Latinx. I mean, if you're Latin, right? That's the core, right? Spanish, right? So Latinx.
Latinos.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm thinking about that. But yeah, I think that's important for people who.
I just don't like it. I feel like they will separate people.
You guys want to hear what Google has to say
sexual
about it?
fluid,
Google says it is to refer to people of Latin American cultural or racial identity in the United States. The the X suffix replaces the standard of O or A.
I like my things to be
ending in
genderized.
nouns and adjectives typical of grammatical gender in Spanish. Its plural is Latinxes.
I really think it's nice too. I mean, regardless of where your family's from, but I think it's nice. Honor the blood in your veins, but honor the land that you live in too.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like if you're here,
Mexican American.
Like, so love it. Love the culture, love your own culture, and instead of kind of embrace the dichotomy. You know. And
when in Rome.
Exactly.
No, and that's one of the things I love about being Mexican American. I feel like as a culture, we don't assimilate. Well, most of us don't. I feel like we don't, all of a sudden, we're going to be like this thing. We still hold on to who we are, and yet we assimilate. I don't want to say assimilate, but we embrace the culture that we're a part of as well. We're not trying to, we're this, and we can't be anything else but that, or now we're going to be that, and that's how we're going to forget about that. That's so unhealthy to me. But I definitely think as a people, we adapt and we make it ours.
Oh yeah, for sure. I agree.
It's a beautiful part of, I think, that's what we do, right? Mexicanos, we kind of take things and we make them ours, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Just like this podcast.
Yeah, exactly. Well, with that, I think we should wrap it up. We're freezing our...
I am freezing.
I'm freezing my...
I'm about to hit up 7-Eleven. I'm just kidding. No, I'm not.
Walnuts off.
Yeah.
It's cold.
It's very cold.
And we'll see you guys next time. We've got lots of guests coming up.
Oh, yeah. Hey,
we broke the ice. Thank you for being the icebreaker.
Thank